Flosstube, this is Jerica, Daybreak Stitcher, coming to you with episode number 6. It's going to be a little short because it is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays and season's greetings. I'm coming to you from Utah. It's sunny, but it's a little cold. So I wanted to have a special little Christmas video to touch on a few things, just, to wrap up the end of 2023. I have my notes. I have a few things. It's not going to be a lot, but I did want to show you our Christmas festivities. It's a slightly different room. My normal filming is downstairs, sharing my son's gaming room. But today I thought I would at least try to record this year. My youngest is 2.5, and this will be like the year when he actually enjoys wrapping and unwrapping gifts. So just tearing it up and having fun. So I wanted to record this day so that way he can also see these and remember these moments if he forgot, which he would. Anyway, so let's get into it. Okay, so these, so what has happened in the last week, because it has only been a week since my last video, and I still haven't figured out what schedule I will be doing. I'm just gonna kind of have fun with it for a little bit until it becomes like evolves into whatever it is it's supposed to. So in the last week, I think it was actually last Sunday? I think it was last Sunday. I did a Zoom with some friends in Australia. It was a sit and stitch. I was invited. I was super late because, my name is Jerica and I'm late. So it was so good though, because it was actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Australia, whereas it was like 9 o'clock at night here. So that was just so fun. Okay, let me tell you, this Zoom, there's 3 ladies in Australia and they're like really good friends, and they do like Zooms like every few weeks, and one has a Flosstube, and I'm gonna get into that. But basically, that was like at the end. I jumped all the way to the end of my notes. Anyway, I'll tell you about my Zoom. It was really fun. I got to meet a Nikki who has a Flosstube, Nick Days. Yeah, Nick Days. Katrina, who I've mentioned before, who I met at Jingle Ball. She's really fun. I really like her energy. And what? Avril. You guys, Avril has mad skills. I mean, Nikki has mad skills. All these ladies. I always feel like I'm the least qualified to be amongst a group of people, because I am not on that level yet. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to hone in my skills to know what my niche is within the cross stitch community, and also like just in general, because I kind of like a little bit of everything, and I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna let things happen as they're supposed to. So what is this? What else was it today? This week? Hold on. My mother, she had open heart surgery, but she's home. She's doing well. She is adjusting. She really likes her fatty stuff, her sugars. She gonna struggle for a little bit, as I would too. But I did tell her that I would try to cut out a lot of the fried foods. Like, I'm a French fry person. So I told her that I would try to hone it in a lot so I can struggle with her a little bit and not end up with open heart surgery. She thought it was a single, but ended up being a quadruple. So, I mean, the French fries ain't worth the quadruple, right? But she's doing well. Her spirits are high. She's home. She didn't have to go to any after school care or after, hospital stay or anything like that. So she's doing better. Every day she gets stronger. Special shout out. So I'd like to say personally thank you to Miss Yasmin's. She has her own designs, Yasmin's Made with Love. And she had shouted me out on her Flosstube this week too. I just love it. It's just, I don't always think that people care and enough to actually say it, because I watch a lot of Flosstube. Like, I could be here for hours just naming them off. But the fact that people really are watching, and it's just not just listening and letting, the dead air go by. But anyway, so I want to thank Miss Yasmin's Me With Love Milka. She is also on Flosstube and Instagram. Her Instagram handler is Mega Stitches. She has a really good floss tube. She's so talented. Like, she does like beautiful stitches, beautiful stitches. Colors are just amazing. She even I think she sews and she sings. She has a beautiful voice. If you go over to her floss tube, you can hear some of her music that she sings in both Spanish, right, or in English. So it's very tranquil is all I'm saying. Who else is there? Okay, I think that's good for right now. Okay, guess what? So Marumi, I'm gonna put her name right here. I'm sure y'all probably had a dabble with her every now and again through Instagram and YouTube. But she helped me out, y'all. She helped me out with that random comment checker, the YouTube comment checker. And guess what? I drew a name. So I'm gonna put the name right here, and I'm gonna also say who it picked. It is Noel Wilcox 9989. Noel or Noel, maybe it's Noel. Noel Wilcox 9989. Your name got pulled for Morbs. You know, the winter is just really beginning, so you never know what can happen between now and like April. So here you go. I'm gonna pass this on to you so you can stitch away and make something beautiful out of Morbs. So I'm gonna have this sent out to you probably Tuesday. But send me a message on Instagram. It's daybreak_stitcher on Instagram. If you send me a message through there, because I haven't like got an email with my user on it, so that's easier. Instagram, daybreak_stitcher on Instagram. Send me a message so I can send this out to you, okay? All right, congratulations. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, I went to church today and I felt inspired. I have been working with trying to get my stitchy bug back, so what better way to do that is to feel instant gratification and do some little small tiny little stitches, you know, not the tiny ones, like not over one, but just like something small, cute and simple that you can get done in like 5 hours or less, right? But then I went a little bit further. I got some FFOs, y'all. Hey now, I'm gonna start with something little. Okay, so this was a freebie from, and I'm not a finisher of people, and you will see my skill set. It's real elementary, y'all, okay? So JBW Designs came out with a freebie chart a few months ago, and I did stitch it. I believe this is a 40 count, but I forgot already, but I know it's XJU Designs fabric, and this is her her design. I already forgot what it's called already, but I used just I was trying to go with the bronzy gold look, so I found something in my stash that goes with it in the glare. So I see I'm gonna have to play around with this. I thought the lighting was gonna give me trouble, and it did, but you guys have seen this already. So what I did is I made it into an ornament. So I just got two. It's really bad. You shouldn't even see the size. If it's on the tree, no one can really analyze it too much. But I got some fabric. I think this was a fabric set from either Fat Quarter Shop or Primrose. And I can't remember because this was like, we're going on like over a year ago. But I got some DMC because I took the advice of Jan Hicks, which this is a struggle. It's the first time. It's gonna take some practice, but it was just like one of those off the fly, let me hurry up and do something really quick kind of things. So make the cording out of using your DMC floss, because I really don't use my DMC floss as often as I do with like Cosmo or Evertote, like Roxy Floss, my Silks for You, Mrs. Sadis. Anyway, so I don't really use my DMC that much. So if I can, Jan Hicks had said you can make it into cording, so that way you can make ornaments or, you know, pillow finishes and what have you. So that with this one, don't judge, it only gets better from here, right? Okay. And then on top of that, I felt even more inspired because I received some stitchy mail a few days ago, and this was from Evertote. They include the Flosstube. Don't judge too much. It's hard. But anyway, so I got this cute little reindeer, and I used some leftover floss. This was the same fabric that I used for one of Jan Hicks's finishes that had like this teal kind of rectangular design on it. So I had some leftover stash scraps, and I used that for this because I thought the colors looked right. And then like the fabric itself is kind of sparkly, so I thought it would really make it look pretty, especially when you're putting it on your tree. And I also made it into an ornament as well. So I used different color backing, and then I found some rickrack, is it? And put it in between, so I enjoyed doing this. It's not perfect by any means, but I had fun doing it because I did it. You know, look, what? And I'm not even gonna pick it up again, like to try to fix this, all that. I don't care, it's done. Yay, finished those. Got some ornaments. I'm debating on if I should put them on my tree for this year or I don't know yet. Here's another FFO. So I decided to end Big City Christmas before completing all of them, which was fine because deep down inside, it was fun to stitch, but there's so much more to stitch, right? So here's my FFO. My lighting is awful, but it's gonna be up somewhere, okay? So I found this at the thrift store, and I had some fabric, just wrapped it over some acid-free board, and you know, did the same with that. Got a little bit of batting on there to puff it up a little, and now it can hang on my wall, which is the whole point that I'm trying to do. So I have now an official seasonal piece for Christmas. And I have ornaments. What is happening over here? So, yay. I have another finish. This is from Miss Rosanna, Nest of Petals. She had released a freebie around around Halloween sometime, and this is Scary Boo. I messed up there and I didn't like right here. It's okay. So I used some conversion Roxy floss because I have a lot of it, and this get up here. Okay, this right here, the floss that I use is called Icicle. And it kind of has a little bit of green in it, which you can't see, but I really enjoyed stitching with it because I could see it. So I did finish it. It does call for some eyeballs for the spider, but you know, it's fine. It's like French knots, and maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll get better. So I did finish this one, and this was really cute. This is on a 32 count cobblestone, and I just used one strand. Very pretty colors, and you can see like there's a little green in the border. Yes, get it all. So that was another finish for this week. I think I'm gonna start on another simple one probably today. So what else is there? Whips and finishes. As far as whips go, I really didn't work on any whips. I just wanted to do some smalls just to, you know, get back into the groove and rediscover my love of cross stitch. You just get tired and a little distracted. So I didn't really work on any whips. Let's see. I actually did. I worked on a little bit of every opening flower, and I did get a little bit done, but it's not really much. So what else is there? Okay, so any sales. Okay, so there's a couple sales that are happening right now. And I'm still waiting because they're not like official yet, or they haven't like officially started yet. And so one of them I am working on preparing for, and it is from Jan Hicks. It is her newest pattern. Jan Hicks Creates. Colors of Mexico. Listen, if you watch her video, her latest video, she really gets down into these colors and just, oh man, it's so pretty. So she's going to be breaking this all up into sections. So that way there's a salad. I don't know any more about the salad. I just know that I'm waiting for the breakdown. And then I'm gonna try to jump all into this, because when it's broken down, especially not by me, it kind of, you know, it's really nice. So I'm gonna use a 40 count Verdal from by XG Designs. I lost the name of it, but it's just a neutral. It has a little bit of veining in it, which I like. You can kind of see some of the veining, but it's not anything too dramatic. So I'm gonna use that for this. And I decided that I'm going to use the Vicky Clayton Silks Conversion, and I already ordered it, and I think her shop is closed for the holidays until maybe January the 3rd, I think. So either way, I still have, like, it's not like I have to start this right now. I can just start this when all my stuff comes in. So that's one sal. I did start Fish and Chips, which I don't have a current picture of right now, but I'm stitching it for my dad. It's really pretty. I think I showed it in my whip parade, and I have not done much since then. So I think it's like a couple, like 2 videos ago, maybe. Yeah, it might be episode 3. So you can check and see it, because that's as far as I am. And there's a sal that's starting with that. I don't know when it's starting officially yet too. I'm on Facebook, peeping everyone out, trying to hear the words, the magic word, sal. So I'm gonna jump on that one, because hopefully it'll break it down a little bit more, so that way I can try to get that accomplished in smaller doses. It's not super big, but I mean, it's still a lot of stitches. What else is there? Okay, I'm gonna move into something else for a second. I need to get caught up on some of my advents, and I know, like, I'm so late, but if you haven't joined any of these, or you're not watching anyone who's done them, then I'll just show you real quick what I was able to open up in like the last couple days. Okay, so it was Black Needle Society. So Black Needle Society is one of the advents, because it's like 25 days. And I thought they'd started on the 13th, but I think the actual day was supposed to be the 14th, so we're all kind of ahead by a day. But it's okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I did bring up my mull. This was from like a few days into it. So we're gonna have some cider today. And mulling spice. Do you call it mull or mulling spice? We're gonna have some cider today. And some of the other things. So this is out of order, but I'm just gonna show it to you anyway. So this was what I opened up like last night. So this is a 32 count blue gray. It doesn't say who it's from, but it's probably in the details, which I did not carry up here with me. The next one is this Book of the Nutcracker. Look at the pretty, I like when books look so rich. So it's the storybook of the Nutcracker, which I think will probably just make it, you know, a little tradition. My son, like, he's a reader himself, so he'll love the story, especially if he gets to hear the musical with it too. Okay, so a couple of days ago, which I missed, I'm going to show you as easily as I can, and then I'm just going to insert a picture of me holding the whole thing up. But it was a blanket for cross stitch. Let me see if this is all in the right area. Yeah, okay. So here it is. That's as far as I can show you. Insert a picture right here again after my failed attempts of showing you something else, because I didn't want to stand up and possibly wreck my whole setup here. So that was one, and it's so pretty. It's so soft, and the colors are so vibrant, and the pattern is so nice. I love it. So got a blanket, which gets cold, and I do have plenty of blankets because I get cold a lot. So I got that. Let's see what else there is. I did not open today, so today is the 24th. So I'm gonna open it up. This is funny. Okay, so you guys, day 24 of the Advent is a whole bunch of floss, DMC floss. So many colors. I wonder what's going on, what's happening. But we still have another day, and that package is actually really big. So tomorrow's package, it's got a lot of stuff in there. And if I heard correctly, I heard it's pretty epic. So that is Black Needle Society nice list. And this is, I also did the 12 days. Oh, wait a minute, I got it mixed up. Okay, so the 12 days started on the 14th. Black Needle Society's Advent started on the 1st. So the Silks for You 12 days of Christmas started on the 14th. So this is one of the days. Let me see if I can block the light a little bit. So here's my, this was like, what, 2-3 days ago. Got a nice like half hank, mini hank. Very pretty. And then the day after that, these are out of order, but I just want to show them because they're so pretty. Then I got these really, really pretty scissors. Very pretty. And I think last year they had a pattern, so I'll just try to maybe kit up, you know, something. And I want to use those, put those scissors in the kit because I'm obsessed with kitting. And then the last one that I opened up yesterday was this. It's a fuller size hank, but I think it's still about a half, maybe a full. I'm not sure. But this color is really pretty. You guys, I love silks. I like long strands and I love softness. It's all just so pretty. So I still have one more day of that one too. So tomorrow's the last day of the Advents. Anyway, so we move on to the next one. Alright, so we've got through those. Alrighty. Let's move on. Okay, so got caught up with the Advents. My goals. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of starting a hashtag. No buy till July. I'm going to do 6 months, 2024, January to June, the end of June, to not buy anything cross stitch related. Now, I still have subscriptions. I have XG Designs Fabric of the Month, but it's prepaid, so that one's already taken care of, but I will be getting fabric every month. But I did also sign up for the Silks for You quarterly, so I will have at least 2 orders from there between January and July. So what do you do when you know you're about to do a no buy? Well, we will see in my next video because the stuff hasn't come in yet, but it will. I have until 11:59 New Year's Eve, but I think I'm done. I think I'm pretty content. I was panicking a little bit, but I think I'm content now with what I got. So some things have actually come in, and one of them, my friend Carrie, who is very low-key with her stitching, but she is equally obsessed with the stuff. And she did this to me. She turned me on to this pattern, heartstring samplers, Stitcher's Resolution. Yeah, Stitcher's Resolution. Okay, what? It is the words. Like, that's what it's, okay, so here's what it says. Number 1, when in doubt, always buy more linen and thread. Number 2, stitch all day and absolutely no housework allowed. Number 3, always start a new project before the last one is finished, requiring a return to number 1, which is, when in doubt, always buy more. Oh my gosh. So Fat Quarter Shop was doing, I think, 30% off all their heartstring sampler patterns. So I got this on there, but it was just this one. I broke the federal, Stitcher's law of, it got shipped by itself. It traveled by itself. It was lonely, but don't worry, because I got it, I hugged it, and give it some extra love. Okay. So I got this, and I don't think I got much else, but what I've been doing though is kitting a few things, and I have some ideas. Okay, so what do you think? I have Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery that has been itching to be stitched for me. I have seen just one that has one color, so it's not as much, stitches. So I think it's pretty doable to get it squeezed in without it feeling like a bab. But here's what I put together. So a few weeks ago, I had purchased some fabric from XJute Design. This is called Witchy Pink, okay? Witchy Pink. And I'll open it up for you a little bit. And so, sorry, I'm getting notifications. So this has got a whole bunch going on with it, right? So because the fabric is so busy, and this modeling is kind of like, it's not black, but it's not quite gray. So I wouldn't want to cover it up by putting, a bunch of other colors on it. So I found in my stash that I bought a few months ago, it's Silks for You PR 150. And I'm going to stitch one color on this fabric. What do you think? I don't know. I might have to take a picture of it just so you can see, because this is not white. This is a silvery gray, and I think it might work really well. Now, mind you, this is a 46 count fabric, and so it's going to be much smaller than I think everyone else normally stitches in, like 40 to 32, maybe 28, I don't know. And so 46 count, one strand, silvery gray. What do you think? Yeah, maybe? That is one I've kitted together. The one that the new start that I'm going to start today, which is something really simple. My friend Katrina, I've mentioned her before. She actually started this pattern here. This is from Frog Cottage Designs. It's called Prim Alphabet Sampler. And I'm pulling floss from the stash. I have some MPI silks. There's still some other colors in here that are a little more like a little prim, but they're a little too prim for me. So I found in my stash this fabric from Fabric Flair. It is called Victorian Rose. So you see like the rose prints on it. So I'm going to use this fabric. It's 36 count. I already have it in the hoop. Oh, those look pretty. You can really see the flowers now. And I'm going to use just these for now, which I think I'm going to be happy with because the other colors are more natural, and I think I don't really like the tone on tone look too much, but I think that these colors might work really well for that whole design. I'm not going to stitch the border, I don't think, because the pattern actually has a border on it, but when I look at this finish, I don't see the border. So I'm just going to leave it without it. So I'm going to be working on that today. Maybe I'll get that done. If I do get it done, then I'm going to, I'll post it. Some other ones that I've been kitting lately have been the Tiny Modernist, my friend Emmy Mission Stitch here on Instagram and on YouTube. She has been doing a lot of Sesame Street designs. The colors, I can't even, like, but I don't want to buy more patterns when I can easily use patterns that I have, such as Tiny Modernist. They have bell pulls. So the first one that I kitted up is Autumn. So here's what it looks like, the Autumn bell pull. Okay. A lot of orange. But what I found in my stash is this fabric. It's 36 count Stormy Sea, and I have pulled my Cosmo Floss for it. So these all will be for that Tiny Modernist for Autumn. I did do Autumn Rules, so I think, you know, that one was really fun, but I haven't even done anything with it yet. Like, it's still in my finished pile that I need to do something with. The next one that I did, the next bell pull, is also from the Tiny Monitors, the same one, but this one is Winter. So, Winter bell pull. Surprised that there's so many greens in here. So, of course, with this one, it's all pulled from stash. Like, I can't even imagine trying to get all the called for when I have so much. So this is a 36 count that I'm using for the winter. If this is 36 count kelp. 36 count kelp. And these are the flosses that I pulled for it. So I have these here. Okay. So I have these flosses here. I think it's close enough. You know, I think it's gonna be really fun because deep down inside, I don't think that these are as big as the primrose ones. So it'll actually be really enjoyable. So those are the two that I kitted on top of the Prim Alphabet. I did get the fabric for Jan Hicks, Colors of Mexico. Okay, so as you can see, I have plenty to occupy me until July of 2024. After July 24, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to go crazy, but who knows? I will be holding out. As far as goals though, go between like now and then, I do plan on working a little bit more on Saga from Long Dog Sampler. I haven't picked it up in a minute. And my goal is to work 800 stitches on it every day for at least 3 days out of the month, which isn't too bad because it's very like bulky stitching in a lot of places. So you can easily get 800 done in like a day. You could, I could. It depends on if the boy takes a nap. The little one, he needs to take a nap. So I do plan on working on Saga for 3 days each month. I hope to finish every opening flower. Garden Sampler by Yasmin's Made with Love. You hear the baby? His nap is over. So I'm going to finish this up really quickly. And we're going to jump to who I've been watching this week. For the past week, I've actually watched a lot. So we're going to go down the list really quick. Carolyn Zook, C Zook Sticks. She has 2 episodes out. I think she's working on her goals as well as I think she showed some whips in her last episode. Then there's Caroline Off the Grid Needle Arts. She is doing her advent for the Evertote holiday countdown box, which is amazing. Let's see. Emmy Mission Stitch. She just uploaded a video yesterday. She's got some great goals, and I can't even. She's very enabling. She's the one that got me into the Vicki Clayton conversion for the Colors of Mexico. I was thinking about pulling it from Stash. Emmy. Vonna Pfeiffer. I think maybe watching her is what encouraged me to try. Just try. There's no harm in trying. I'm not trying to sell anything. It's just going in my house. I might give some away as gifts, but they don't know how bad it really is. Okay, Julian Stitches. She's very cool. I met her at the Jingle Ball in person, even though I've been watching some of her episodes, her episodes for like the best part of like 6 months. And she is collaborating with Miriam, Nitya, and another chick. What's her name? Oh. And she has a Flosstube. Oh, I need to look better, but they're doing a lemons to lemonade, and I just watched the video about that, and it's really good if you can watch it, because what they're basically doing, and if I have this wrong, please correct me, but just all those whips that, like, if you have one whip that's really like you're kind of trying to struggle with trying to get through it, then you can have other people look at it, and then like that kind of helps you kind of draw a little more attention to it, so that way you can maybe put like smaller goals in, like maybe 2 strands of floss in it, you know, a month, or to spend like, you know, like a day every quarter, you know, something like that. So that way you're not like totally giving up on it because you love it. Or if there's a way you can like just end it without, like with my Big City Christmas, like I got to a point where I hit a wall and I just could not make myself stitch anymore on it. And so I just ended it. So there's some things, like if there's a border, then, because I think Miriam was working on this really pretty kind of like band sampler-ish kind of thing, and they were just like, you can end it just by bringing a border around at the bottom. It's so cool. You should watch it. What else is there? Nikki from Nick's Days, which we had the Zoom earlier, like last weekend. I can't wait to talk with them again, because I mean, it's really cool. They were really fun. I felt really energized watching them. So that's who I've been watching this week so far, just to name a couple, because, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot. I did start something new with my knitting. I got some yarn from Sierra's Yarn, some alpaca yarn, and I'm trying to work on a blanket. I'll post a picture right here so you can see what it looks like, because right now it's just a thin cable. Like it's not much of anything, but I'm really liking the way it feels though. Let's see. I think that's just about everything I have for this moment. And as soon as I turn this off and edit it and upload it, I'm going to remember that I forgot major stuff. But I am getting better. Yeah. So I'm going to end this for today. If I don't speak to you again until New Year's or after the New Year's, Happy New Year, everyone across the world. Some in Australia and other places that you already have Christmas today. So Merry Christmas. And for those who are, you know, having Christmas tomorrow, I'm so excited. It was a little rough, but this new year is going to be epic. I think it's going to be way better than the way it's ending, you know, because everyone's doing better. Like everything is doing as it's supposed to. Like I'm sending strength, showing support, and it's doing great. My house is wrecked. It looks like I got it together, right? So we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna make pizza monkey bread for dinner tonight. My husband found a dessert dip that we're gonna have for dessert, and we're gonna take in Christmas. We're gonna talk about all the things that the holidays are meant to be for, and enjoying time with our families. I really hope that you all have a wonderful holiday. Do it the way you do it. If it's live and busy, do the thing. If it's really chill and low-key, enjoy the thing. But just as long as you know that I'm thinking about everyone, I love you all. Happy holidays. Spreading good cheers, healing vibes to those who are afflicted. A lot of people now are getting COVID again. And I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you all, and I'm sending you some good, speedy recovery energy. Okay? All right. Well, you all have a wonderful holiday season. Happy New Year and happy stitching. Bye.